Have you ever paused, just for a moment, and truly asked yourself, why do I feel so heavy inside? You wake up tired, go through your day like you're chasing something unseen, and at night, you're drained, but from what exactly? You're not just carrying bags, bills, or deadlines. You're carrying the weight of expectations, of comparisons, of fear that you're not doing enough, not being enough. And the truth is, a lot of it was never even yours to begin with. You inherited some of it, others placed it on you, and over time, you started believing this burden was who you are. But what if that weight isn't yours to carry anymore? What if the relief you've been looking for isn't in getting more, doing more, being more, but in releasing what doesn't belong to you? The way out isn't some drastic escape. It's not a miracle fix. It's something quiet, intentional, and deeply human. It's called minimalism, but not the cold, sterile kind that empties a room. This is Japanese minimalism, a philosophy that gently asks you to let go, not just of cluttered shelves, but of cluttered hearts, and maybe, just maybe, it's the permission you've needed all along to finally breathe. When people hear the word minimalism, they often picture a blank room, cold, empty, emotionless. But Japanese minimalism is the complete opposite. It's warmth and simplicity, comfort and space, meaning in the little things. It teaches us that peace doesn't come from accumulating, but from appreciating. That beauty doesn't hide in luxury, but in presence. That the objects around you should whisper stories of joy, not scream for your attention. And most of all, it teaches you that what's essential is often already within your reach. Imagine walking into a home where every corner breathes calm, every item has a purpose, and nothing weighs you down. No more guilt from impulse buys. No more shame from the stuff that never fulfilled you. Just space, real, open space, not as emptiness, but as presence. That's the heart of the Japanese concept of meaningful space. It's the pause between words, the breath between thoughts, and it exists to remind you that silence isn't empty, it's full of possibility. Minimalism isn't about having less. It's about having what aligns with your soul, what reflects who you truly are. And maybe for the first time in your life, it's not about adding more to find yourself, but about removing what never belonged in the first place. We often think decluttering means simply throwing things away. But what if letting go is actually a form of healing? That shirt you haven't worn in years, that gift you kept out of guilt, that drawer full of just in case. These things are not just taking up space, they're echoing stories you've outgrown. Japanese minimalism invites you to begin again, not with a clean house, but with a clear heart. And when you finally let go of what no longer serves you, you're not losing anything. You're gaining clarity, peace, and energy. And the magic, it's not just physical. It spills into your relationships, your thoughts, your time. The clutter on your desk mirrors the clutter in your mind. That pile of unfinished tasks mirrors the emotional baggage you've been avoiding. But when you begin to clear even one corner, something shifts inside you. Suddenly, there's room to breathe, room to dream, room to just be. It's not about perfection or getting it all right in one day. It's about choosing, each moment, to carry only what brings light to your life. Every object you release is a quiet act of self-respect. And in that simplicity, you rediscover your power. Letting go doesn't stop at stuff. Often, the heaviest things we carry can't be seen. They are the criticisms we've absorbed, the mistakes we can't forgive, the expectations we've silently agreed to live under. Japanese minimalism doesn't just clear out your home, it clears space in your soul. It gently asks, why are you still carrying that? The pain, the resentment, the belief that you need to prove your worth. You don't. And the moment you realize this, something beautiful begins to unfold: freedom. You start replacing noise with stillness. You begin recognizing that your worth isn't in how much you achieve, but in how present you are. A recent study showed that people who practice regular emotional detachment feel less stress, anxiety, and self-doubt. And it makes sense. Fewer distractions mean more focus. Less emotional weight means more joy. Letting go is never about weakness. It's strength, it's trust. It's saying, I deserve peace more than I deserve to be right or perfect or praised. Every release becomes a quiet revolution. And every step you take toward emotional minimalism brings you one step closer to your truest, freest self. Your environment is more than just walls and furniture, it's a mirror of your soul. When your surroundings are chaotic, your mind is rarely calm. But when your space breathes, so do you. Japanese minimalism honors the sacredness of space not as emptiness, but as a place where peace resides. The concept of the space between things, invites you to leave room for silence, for rest, for pause, because only in that pause do we find ourselves again. Think of Zen gardens, where every stone is placed with intention. There's no excess, no noise, only stillness and meaning. You don't need a huge home or expensive design. Sometimes, a single clean corner with soft light, and your favorite book is all you need to feel whole. Japanese minimalism reminds you that space heals. It creates mental clarity, sparks creativity, and becomes a refuge when the world feels too much. When you intentionally design your environment, you're not just creating a room. You're creating a sanctuary for your spirit, your joy, your peace. And in a world that demands more, this stillness is a quiet rebellion, a powerful, loving gift to yourself. Minimalism isn't a one-time purge. It's a daily act of love, a decision to live lighter, clearer, more aligned with what truly matters. It starts small: a drawer, a shelf, a quiet no to another unnecessary obligation. The 90-day rule, a checklist of priorities, asking, does this still bring me joy? These are not just tasks. They are invitations to return to yourself. And with every choice, you create not just a simpler home, but a deeper life. Japanese minimalism isn't about giving up, it's about gaining peace, focus, purpose, and freedom. So today, I invite you to pause, just for 5 minutes. Look around, look within. What are you holding that no longer belongs? What can you release to make space for what truly matters? This is your life, your story. You get to write it with intention. Choose less noise, choose more meaning. And if this message speaks to your soul, comment below. I choose to live with less and in peace. Let this be your first step toward a more mindful, joyful, and powerful life. You don't need to do it all today. You just need to begin.